Good evening, people. I'm Rajiv. I'll be taking today's session on Iift. Let me tell you about something about this examination. Iift is examination that is conducted every year. This is basically the start of examination for any season of all the MBA examinations. It's a little different examination than most of the examination like CAT and MAT, ZAT or SNAP. This examination actually has four sections, and four sections comprises of quant, DI, and logical reasoning. Uh, we have English and GK. GK is a little tricky thing. This will help you to score a lot more than others, and this will actually give you a competitive edge over the people, over others, over your competitors. And let me give you a brief about the examination that has been happening over a period of time, last 2 3 years. Though there's no fixed pattern which can be actually said that okay, this will happen each and every year, but depending upon the last year pattern, it's a 2 hour examination. Basically it happens from 10 to 12 a.m. and this examination actually has a lot more question which are actually very, you can say, a little more tricky. You can say a lot more uh, difficulty level is a lot more higher. Some of the examination are even higher than CAT level examination. So what you have to do is, the basic strategy that you have to follow during this examination or in order to qualify for this examination is, don't lose your patience, don't lose your control. Go for the questions which you think are sitters or which can actually be done in easy way. So you have to pick and choose the questions that need to be solved in this examination. So this examination, all the DI question or all the uh, quant questions, some of them will actually take a lot more time. So you don't have to waste time on those questions and go for sitters or go for questions which can be solved easily so as to maximize the score. Though it is said that there is no sectional cutoff for each and every section, but in order to maximize the score, you have to go for each and every section, and you need to keep in mind there can be a sectional cutoff. So they don't mention it explicitly, but there uh, may it may happen that they have a sectional cutoff, and you have to attempt accordingly. Uh, So I've already shared this analysis sheet. I've prepared an analysis sheet of IFT 2013 exam pattern depending upon the last few years of examination and the type of questions that has been asked, the topic that has been covered. One more interesting fact about this examination is it actually consider a lot more questions on modern mathematics, log, statistics, which are not actually considered in examinations like uh, lot more it's not considered in other examinations. Okay, some of you are asking that the screen is not shared. Actually, I have not shared my screen right now. I'll share the screen once we'll go ahead with the questions. And let me tell you a brief about the quant. They cover probability, permutation, combination, sets, functions, sequences, and series. These are few of the topics that are being covered in this chapter, in this actual examination. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead with the questions which will cover some of these topics and which will also give you an idea and brief about how this examination is means how this examination uh, tests the ability of the participants. And there will be questions in DI, there will be questions on DS, data sufficiency questions, so which are again a tricky questions. So you need to pick and choose, again the same advice, you need to pick and choose the question which you attempt in order to maximize your score. uh, I've already shared the question sheet with you. If you don't have a question sheet, then what you can do is you can take a screenshot of all the questions, and then we can go ahead and solve each question one by one, as we have been doing in other sections. Again, I'll emphasize on one thing, that general knowledge is one criteria which can actually differentiate you from the competitor. So go ahead and try to maximize your score in your general knowledge section. And you've already seen what is the criteria, means prospectus and everything, what is the last date of this application. That has already been passed, and the examination is scheduled on 24th November. So I'll share my screen now. uh, this is the set of questions that I've prepared for today's class. Again, what I'll do is I'll show you some of the questions, first 5 questions to be precise, and then we'll go ahead and solve these questions in say next 10 minutes. So try to take a screenshot of first 5 questions. And then I'll give you 10 minutes in order to solve these questions. Meanwhile, I'll respond to some of your chats. So Ali is asking what all type of questions for GK they ask. GK, they ask mainly the current affairs, last 1 year. That is the main topic, and they ask some of the historical questions like monuments, dances, all these questions. So actually, if you know these questions, you can solve in 10 minutes. You don't need so much time. Uh, so much time to solve these questions. So try to read the questions, read the general knowledge questions. And IFT has 2 campuses. One is your Delhi campus, one is in Calcutta. They actually have a single examination, and they actually decide the cutoff. Depending upon the cutoff, they give the campus Delhi and Kolkata. Delhi is obviously a better campus, and it has been among top 20 colleges for quite some time. So it's a good examination to go ahead. And if you are much more interested in international business, it is one of the best courses in India, and you can go ahead and place your buck on this. Okay, let's go ahead and solve these questions. Uh, Try to take a screenshot of first 5 questions if you have not received the set of questions. Okay guys, I'll go ahead with next 2 questions. Hope many of you have received these question sheet already in advance. So first 5 questions will be solving. Okay, now it's 8:10. At 8:22, we'll be reviewing all the questions. Meanwhile, you can post your queries on your chat. I'll try to respond each and every one of them. Just a few piece of advice for this examination. Try to solve all the questions that has been given in past few years of examination for IFT. IFT actually follows that it will give all these question papers on their website. On your website, on IFT website, if you go to RTI section, they will actually give all their past papers last 4 5 years. So try to solve those questions before going into the final examination, and try to work on your modern mathematics. That will actually help a lot in order to solve the quant section. And in DI section, one specific advice: try to solve and try to get more into numeral kind of things. The thing is that will actually give you a lot more heads up in this examination. Go ahead and try for a lot more numeral intensive, in which you have to do a lot more calculation, point wise or decimal wise, or percentage wise. So go ahead and do for pure mathematics. That is what my piece of advice is for this examination. Start posting your answers on the chat window, and we'll see how it goes during the review of these all questions. Okay, guys, time is up. Now we'll verify each and every question. First question is, it's again age question. Age question is a very easy question. Always try to make equations that will help you in order to solve these questions. So first question is, 2 years ago 1/5 of Amita's age was equal to 1/4 of age of Sumita, and average of their age was 27 years. If the age of Paramita is considered, the average age of is also considered, the average age of them declines to 24. The average age of Sumita and Pramita 3 years from now, what it will be. So what we have done is, we have taken age of Amita, Sumita and Pramita be A, S and P respectively. 2 years from before, the age will be A minus 2, S minus 2, P minus 2, and 3 years hence A plus 3, S plus 3, P plus 3. Very simple. Now what has been given? That 1/5 of Amita's age 2 years before is equal to 1/4 of Sumita's age 2 years before. So A minus 2 by 5 is equal to S minus 2 by 4, which implies 5S minus 4A is equal to 2. That is your first equation. Also, it has been given the average age of, at that time 2 years before, the average age of Amita and Sumita is 27. That means A minus 2 and S minus 2, the average age is 27. That means A plus S is equal to 58. That is your second equation. So solving 1 and 2, what you get is Amita's age is 32 and Sumita's age is 26. Now average age of 2 years before, A minus 2, S minus 2 and P minus 2 is 24. So again, solving this equation, A plus S plus P is equal to 78 or P is equal to 20. Now 2 years hence, S plus 3 and P plus 3, their average age will be 26 years. So option B. So Prakash has got it right. Mogna has got it right. So this is how you have to go ahead and solve these type of question. Always try to make equation which will help you actually solve this question. Never go ahead and do anything rash. Go logically and go simple. One more thing, if you don't have time, try to get into the answer and try to put it into the equations and solve it, whichever actually satisfies this equation. That will also help you to get the right answer. So that is the other approach if you don't have that much time. Now the second question is, there are 4 prime numbers written in ascending orders of magnitude. The product of first 3 is 7429 and the last 3 is 12673. Find the first number. So let the prime number be ABCD. Now it has been given that ABC is equal to 7429 and BCD is equal to 12673. So we can calculate A by D. A by D will be 17 by 29. And now A and D both are prime number. So what can happen? A has to be 17 and D has to be 29. So A is 17. A is the first number. A is 17 and the option is option B. 17. 17 is option B. So Ramnivas has got it right. Prakash has got it right. Amrita has got it right. Mogna has got it right. Okay. Now let's go ahead and solve question number 3. Question number 3, again, it is, I've told you, a lot of modern mathematics comes in this paper. So it is a log question. Log, there are some of the things that you need to remember about log. Just keep those equations in mind. Log A plus log B is equal to log AB. Log A log B is equal to log A by B, A to the power B. So these all simple equations that you need to keep in mind and go ahead and solve these questions. Log 3 base 10 plus log 4x plus 1 base 10 is equal to log x plus 1 base 10 plus 1. Okay. This is a simple equation. You can go ahead and solve this equation as log 3 base 10 plus log 4x plus 1 base 10. That becomes 3 into 4x plus 1 is equal to, now here the right hand side is log x plus 1 base 10 plus 1. 1 can be written as log 10 base 10. So what it becomes is 10x plus 1. So 3 4x plus 1 is equal to 10 into x plus 1. Solve for x, simple question, x is equal to 7 by 2. So Ramnivas has got it right. Okay, Arshi, you need to actually brief, you need to check all the log questions, see all the log theorems. It's a simple thing, log a plus b, log a plus log b is equal to log ab, b log a is equal to log a to the power b. So just solve these questions and you can easily get into it. Still you have a problem, also I'll take that individually. So 7 by 2 is what? Option B. So answer is option B. So question number 4. A 5-digit number is divisible by 3 is to be formed using the numerals 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, RC. For you, I'll actually explain log question once again. Log A plus log B is equal to log AB. Okay. So log A plus log B is equal to log, you can write here, log this, and here what one you can write? One you can write as log 10 base 10. Okay. So it can be written as log this. Now you can actually remove the log because both are equal. So you can remove these logs and can get x is equal to 7 by 2. Hope this solves your query. Okay, moving forward, question number 4. A 5-digit number that has to be divisible by 3 and is to be formed using the numerals 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 without repetition. The total number of ways in which it can be done. Total number of ways in which it can be done. Okay. The number of ways in which these 3-digit number can be formed, sum of digits should be divisible by 3. So sum of digits is divisible by 3. There are two combinations that will satisfy this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 1, 2, 0, 4, 5. And the numbers need to be numbers need to be not repeated. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for this, the number of ways in which it can be done is 5 factorial, 5 for this, 4 for this, 3 for this, 2 for this and 1 for this. So 5 factorial first case, in this 5 factorial ways it can be done. That means 120 ways. Now for second, when the sum of digit is 12. So sum of digit is 12. In that case, 0 cannot occupy the first place. So first place, how many numbers can occupy? 4 only. And next 4 factorial. 4 into 4 factorial, that is 96. So total number of ways in which it can be done is 120 plus 96, that is 216. 216. We don't have an option as 216, but we have an option none of the above. So we'll mark none of the above. So option is option D. Some of you have got at 600. I think you have not considered the fact that it is to be unique numbers. It should be without repetition. Moving forward, we'll go to question number 5. Question number 5 is a probability question. A bag contains 8 red and 6 blue balls. And if 5 balls are drawn at random, what is the probability that 3 of them are to be red and 2 are to be blue? So we have 14 balls, 5 need to be drawn out of them. So simple formula based question it is. So what is, we have 14 ball out of which 5 need to be drawn. So that will be our sample space. And 3 needs to be drawn out of 5. 3 balls can be drawn out of 8 balls of red. So 8C3 into 6C4. 4 out of, 2 are blue. So 6C4 or 6C2 is the same thing. So 2 needs to be drawn from blue. So 8C3 into 6C2. 8C3 into 6C2 divided by 14C5. So easily you can calculate as 60 by 143. 60 by 143. What is the option? Option is option A. So we'll go ahead and mark option A. Biswanath is asking, there is a shortcut to calculate NCR and NPR. Guys, I'll tell you, there is no shortcut, but there is an option C. 6C2 is same as 6C4. 14C5 is same as 14C9. And moreover, they will, what they will give is, they won't give very astronomical numbers like 200 or 300, something like this. They will always give small numbers. They are not going to test your calculation skill. They are going to test your logical skill. So they want that you know how to calculate a probability in this situation. They don't want you to test on the fact that you can calculate a permutation or combination. So they won't be giving a very big number. Keep that in mind. And even if they are giving a big number, so there will be something in denominator that will cancel it out. So don't worry about that. You need not to go ahead and do a very large calculation in that. So 8C3 into 6C2 upon 14C5, probability is 60 by 143. 60 by 143 is option A. So we will go ahead and mark option A. Okay, we'll go ahead and see next 5 questions. So question 6 to question 10. If you have the question sheet, then it's not a problem. For those who don't have a question sheet, take a screenshot of it. Now I'll move ahead to next set of questions. Question 9 and 10. So it is 8:36 right now. I'll give you 12 minutes to solve these questions. Then we'll review the questions at 8:48. piece of advice again for all the quant questions, always go ahead and solve log questions. They are very easy and very uh, uh, less time consuming in order to solve those questions. You just have to understand a few concepts and then you can solve those questions. They are there to score marks. And also go ahead and solve questions like that of ratio and proportion, time and distance. Again, they are less tricky question, less time consuming, and better chances of getting it right. Hope you all are solving these questions. The main objective of this time thing is to give you a feel of the real examination. So try to solve in this particular time frame. That will happen the same way as it will happen in the main examination. When you have practiced it enough, it will give you a lot more confidence in order to solve the question in the main examination. One thing again, for a piece of advice, the whole examination is all about how you tackle your pressure situation, how you tackle in your pressure situation, and go for those questions which can actually maximize your score. So try to solve these questions in this time frame. Okay guys, time is up. Now we'll review each question one by one. Question number 6. The ratio of metal 1 and metal 2 in alloy A is 3 is to 4. In alloy B, the same metals are mixed in the ratio of 5 is to 8. If 26 kg of alloy B and 14 kg of alloy A are mixed, then find out the ratio of metal 1 and metal 2. Very easy question. Nothing much to do, but keep in mind, see, they have given the ratio of A is to B, but when they have given the ratio, when they have given that 26 kg of alloy B is mixed with 14 kg of alloy A. So most of the time what we say is, we think that it's alloy A and this is alloy B, because that is how the symmetry works. So you need to read each question line by line and you need to focus on that. Otherwise you will always have an option that will actually be misleading and won't be a correct option. Okay, so how we will be solving this question? Question 6. A and B, metal A1 and metal 2. So metal 1 and metal 2 is in the ratio of 3 is to 4 in alloy A. In metal 1 and 2 is in the ratio of 5 is to 8 in alloy B. 14 kg of alloy A is used and 26 kg of alloy B is used. So how much metal 1 is used for A is 3 into 14, and how much metal B is used for metal 1 is used for alloy B, 26 into 5. So the total material metal A is used for new alloy is 172 and metal 2 is 264. So the ratio of metal 1 is to metal 2 is 43 by 66. Do we have an option as 43 by 266? No, we don't have, but we have an option as none of the above. Okay, I think there seems to be some calculation mistake. So this is how it needs to be solved. So okay, I'll check on this. Some of the people are saying that 2 is to 3 should be answer, but I believe I'll check the calculation, but this is how it needs to be solved. So in the new ratio will be metal 1 is to metal 2. It will be 172 by 264 as per my calculation. Let's see if there is a calculation mistake. I'll actually. Okay, I'll check the calculation here. We'll move on to question number 7. I'll get back to you on this. Don't worry. So question number 7. If IQS is to LNB, then JRM is to what? I J, K and L. Similarly, S, T, U and V. So I plus 3 is equal to L, Q minus 3 is N and S plus 3 is V. So this is being solved. So similarly, we'll go for J, M, J, R and M. J plus 3 will be M, R minus 3 will be O and M plus 3 will be P. So the answer will be MOP. So the answer will be MOP. So what is option MOP? MOP is option B. So we'll go ahead and mark option B. For question number 8, log 3, log 3x minus 2 and log 3x plus 4 are in arithmetic progression, and we know about arithmetic progression. 2 A, B, C if are in arithmetic progression, then 2B is equal to A plus C. So we'll use that formula. 2 into log 3x minus 2 plus log 3 plus log 3x plus 4. So we'll solve this equation and we'll solve for x, and the x will come out as 8 by 3. 8 by 3 is what option? Option A. So question number 8, the answer is option A. Question number 9, the probability that in household LPG will last for 60 days or more is 0.8, and that it will last for 90 days, at most 90 days, will be 0.6. So what is the probability that LPG will last for 60 to 90 days? So we have two equations, that probability of gas lasting for more than 60 days is 0.8 and probability of gas lasting less than or equal to 90 days is 0.6. So probability of gas lasting less than 60 days will be 1 minus 0.8, that is 0.2. So probability of gas lasting between 60 and 90 days is equal to 0.6 minus 0.2 is equal to 0.4. 0.4 is what? Option A. Option A is 0.4. So we'll go ahead and mark option A. Question number 10. In a circular field, there is a rectangular tank of length 130 meter and breadth 110 meter. The area of land portion of the field is 20350 meter square. Then the radius of the field is. Again a sitter. What will happen is a circular field is there in which a rectangular tank is carved out. So the circular field will have the area pi r square minus the rectangular field area, that is 130 into 110, and this has been given as 20350. So pi r square will be 34560. You have to solve for r. R will come out as 105 meter. Which is option 105 meter? Option C. Option C is 105 meter. So we'll go ahead and mark option C. So Avneet has got it right. Akshay has got it right. So we'll go ahead and solve question 11 to 15. Meanwhile, I'll check the calculation on question number 6. Question number 6 once again, don't worry. I'll check the calculation. I think there's a mistake I've made. I've taken 14 and 26. It should be 14 by 3 and 14 by 4 here. And here it should be 26 by 5 and 26 by 8. Don't worry, I'll go ahead and solve this question once again for you. Okay, Question number 11 to 15. Take a screenshot of it. I'll move on to next set. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. We'll solve this question. We'll review this question at 9:15. Okay, question number 6. There was a calculation mistake. It is given that metal 1 and metal 2 is in the ratio of 3 is to 4, and 14 kg of alloy A is being taken and 26 kg of alloy B is being taken. So how much of metal 1 will be taken in 3 is to 4? If we divide 14 into 3 is to 4, so 6 kg of metal 1 is taken and 8 kg of metal 2 is taken. Similarly, for alloy B, if 26 kg of alloy B is being taken, so that means 10 kg of metal 1 is taken and 16 kg of metal 2 is being taken. So if we calculate for the new metal, new alloy, if we calculate the value of metal 1 will be 3 into 2 6 plus 5 into 2 10. So 16 kg of metal 1 is being taken, and for metal 2, the in the new alloy for metal 2, it will be 4 into 2 8 and 8 into 2 16. 16 plus 8 24 kg of metal 2 is being taken. So in the new metal, the ratio will be of metal 1 and metal 2 will be 16 is to 24, that is 2 is to 3, and 2 is to 3 is option C. So we will go ahead and mark option C. Hope it is clear now. Sorry for the mistake. Sorry. Okay, time is up. Many of you have given right answers. So I'll review the question. Question number 11. Question number 11 is 12 men can complete a work in 10 days. 20 women can complete the same work in 12 days. And 8 men and 4 women started working, and after 9 days 10 more women joined it. In how many days it will take to complete the remaining work? So what we'll do is, see, 12 men can complete in 10 days. So one man can complete in 120 days. 20 women can complete in 12 days. So one woman can complete in 240 days. So easily we can see that one man is equal to 2 women. So now the total work is 120. 8 men and 4 women can work for 9 days. They work for 9 days. So 8 men and 4 women means 10 men, because 4 women is equal to 2 men. So 10 men work for 90 days, 9 days. So the total work that has been completed is 90. So out of 120, the work left is 30. So 10 more women joined means 5 more men joined. So out of, they were already 10 men, 5 more men joined, so 15 men joined, and the left work is 30. So how much days it will take? 2 days. I've given you a very exhaustive way of calculating. You can actually do it all in your mind, and can from here you can jump directly to here. It won't take more than 30 seconds to solve this question. So what is option for 2 days? What is the option? Option A. Option A is 2 days, so we'll go ahead and mark option A. So next you have to get the value of this. What is this? This forms a infinite geometric progression with a is equal to 7 and r is equal to -1. So what is the value for sum of an infinite geometric progression? A upon 1 minus r. So directly put in the value 7 upon 1 minus 1 minus -1, that means 7 by 2 is equal to 3.5. So option C. Option C is 3.5, that is 7.2, 7 by 2. So we'll go ahead and mark option C. Question number 13 is a very straightforward question. What is the unit digit in the product of this? Easily we can see 7 into 3 is equal to 21, means 1. 1 and 1 into 2, that will become 2. So 2 into 1, 2. 2 will be the option. Option B. 7 into, we can always calculate 7 into 3 into 1 into 2, all the unit digit. That will be option B. 2 is option B. Many of you have got it right. Mogna has got it right. Vivek has got it right. Ali has got it right. So many of you have got it right. So sit a question. Go ahead and always choose these type of questions. Choosing these questions, that requires the task. Solving it won't take more than 30 seconds. Question number 14. 8 points lie on a circumference of a circle. The difference between the number of triangles and the number of quadrilaterals that can be formed by connecting these points is what? So 8 points are there. So how many quadrilaterals can be formed? 8C, 4. How many triangles can be formed? 8C, 3. So what is the difference? 14. Again, a sitter question. You have to go ahead and choose these questions. Always search for these questions and try to solve and maximize your score. So many of you have got it right. Mogna has got it right. Vivek has got it right. Ali has got it right. Vishwanath has got it right. We'll go ahead and solve the last question for the day. A sum of rupees 1400 is to be divided among A, B, C and D such that A share is to B share is equal to B share is to C share is equal to C share is to D share is equal to 3 by 4. So A by B is equal to C, B by C is equal to C by D is equal to is equal to 3 by 4. So it's a simple question. A by B is equal to B by C is equal to C by D is equal to 3 by 4, and A plus B plus C D plus D is equal to 1400. We have two equations. We have to solve the equation and get the answer. So all we can express in the term of D. So 1 plus 3 by 4 plus 3 by 4 whole square plus 3 by 4 whole cube into d is equal to 1400. That means d is equal to 512 and c is what? C is 3 by 4 of c is, from this we can get c is equal to 3 by 4 of d. So c is 3 by 4 of d. That means 3 by 4 of 512, that is 384. 384 is option D. Option D is 384. So we'll go ahead and mark option D. So Arshi is asking why we have used minus here. Here the question is the difference between the number of triangles and the number of quadrilaterals that can be formed using these points. So the difference has been asked, that is why we have used minus over here. Hope that answers your question. 8C4 is the number of quadrilaterals that can be formed and 8C3 is the number of triangles that need to be formed. So we need to find out the difference between them. Hope that answers. So this is it for the day. We have solved these 15 questions. So it is, you will get some of these questions, means I'm not saying the exact numbers, but some of the changes in the numbers, but these type of questions only you will get, but that will be in a different format, means there will be a lot more questions that you won't be able to solve. In those you have to choose these questions and solve. Some of you are asking what is the difficulty level of quant in IFT. I'll say it's moderate to difficult. You won't get very easy questions. Some of them will be sitters, which you have to search and find out and solve it in first 10 minutes. Rest of it will be in the level of moderate to difficult. It won't be very easy questions. So you have to keep your calm and solve those questions. So best of luck for it. Best of luck for your IFT exams. I'll take one more session on IFT, maybe on Monday, I guess. I have not seen the schedule, but maybe it is scheduled on Monday. So I'll deal with more of DI question and how to solve those DI questions. And for Ali is asking that what all magazine or specific magazine for GK. Go ahead and do all those GK exams, GK tests that is available online, or read the newspaper. That is more than enough. If you are reading the newspaper for the last 6 months continuously, you will be easily getting, you will easily solve a decent number of questions in your GK section. It won't be that tough. And that's it. Anything else you want to ask? Yes, Ali, some of these questions have been directly taken from IFT paper. So this is what the level of IFT is. I have chosen some of the sitters along with some of the questions of moderate and high difficulty level. So some of those questions will be there, so which you need not to touch. That will actually consume a lot more time, and it won't be advisable that you go ahead and solve those questions. So you have to shy away from those questions and choose questions that you can solve easily and in less time. So best of luck. I'll share this answer sheet with all of you. Okay, good night. Yeah, sectional cutoff. There is no intimation from IFT that there is a sectional cutoff or not. But I believe that there will be a sectional cutoff of at least non-zero or non-negative marks for each and every section. So try to choose the section which you are strongest in and solve accordingly. And try to read all the instructions that has been given in IFT papers. If they have been explicitly mentioning that there is a sectional cutoff, then you have to choose judiciously and solve the questions as well. So sectional cutoff, there is no mention of it, And moreover, I would like to tell that the questions here, the cutoff is not very high. So always, when I qualified 3 years back, IFT, out of 100 the cutoff was 31. So it was not much. So they just write that okay, you have to get non-negative marks in all the sections. That is what was told 2 years back, 3 years back. If they are explicitly mentioning, then it's a different case, but there is no specific mention that there will be a cutoff for each and every section. Okay, okay guys, good night, bye bye.